Hello, everybody. How you doing? It is Thursday night, April 24th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. That's right, folks. Another exciting Thursday night to talk about all the wonderful things happening in the world of pro wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, OMG moments, title changes, returning legends, and more. I am your host, Jose Casabona. I am also the host, founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files by Typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on the channel every single week. Much like Randy Orton, he also hears voices in his head, Mr. Juan Arouse.
The voices are telling me to punch Jose. I'm telling the voices I'm on the clock. So, okay.
What? Ah!
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there's a way that you can help save us from this dim and dismal fate, and all it requires is what you guys have been doing for us all along, which we appreciate and are thankful for. Just support us the way you have been all this time. Support us by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for all alerts. And make sure that when you're commenting that you do so both during and after the stream. It lets the folks, it lets the almighty algorithm of the YouTubes know that you dig the Ravens flock and that you want us to be more visible and you want us to be spread out to be seen by more people. If you're not the commitment type, we understand. It's not for everybody. Although I'll totally still judge you for it. But in any case, we won't hold it too badly against you. You can always send any sort of monetary support our way through our Cash App, link in the description below. But if you do wish to commit and you do wish to etch your name into the legacy of the Ravens flock for years to come, then being an inner flocker and sticking around is the way to go. With your help, we can and will succeed in breaking away from this horrible fate of not being able to work for ourselves. We want to do that, and we want to work for you. We want to actually make this our livelihood because it's what we love. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens flock, your favorite monthly crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up in the chat, I see Lisa Boo, I see Nikki Bella, and I see Mr. Geek Me Out also. Nikki Boo saying hi to us. Mr. Geek Me Out says, do you think Randy Orton will beat John Cena before he retires? We don't know. We've got no clue of how to gauge this because this is all so out of left field for us here.
That's right. Now, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3...
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh, it's okay. I got this.
But I was going to say
it's
that.
It's okay. Shh.
No.
Shush.
I
got this. I got this.
No, it's not a thing about it. You got this. It's a thing about like everyone has a role. I have a role to play. All right. So let me know my role and shut your hole.
Well, at least you know your role,
yeah,
unlike a certain final boss.
Exactly, fucker. But pray tell, Jose, what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. But for this Thursday night, we're going to take a break from our regular format because this is WrestleMania Thursday, which means
the WrestleMania logo. What the fuck is it?
I downloaded it.
I'm trying to find it. I can't see it. It hurts.
Just keep looking. You have to go all the way down.
Yeah, I'll find it.
It's at the bottom. But yeah, folks, this week we're going to be taking a break from our regular format because we're going to be discussing the main events for this year's WWE WrestleMania Las Vegas Nights 1 and Night 2. We're also going to be throwing in a discussion on the main event for NXT Stand and Deliver, and we'll also discuss the main event for TNA's Unbreakable. Oh my god, I didn't move them. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope you moved it. You didn't move it. Send it to me over here, Jose.
They're going to be PNGs.
So you know what's really wild about all this? Normally we are able to handle Wrestle Rewind, just the two of us, but we're going to need help, Jose.
Yes, we are. We are definitely going to need...
hey, what's this? It looks like we have help already. Haha, screw you, I planned it better than you. Like, Juan, that has nothing to do with it. No, except it does. Folks, let's give a warm and hearty Wrestle Rewind welcome to the living head of the Ravens flock, host of Los Amigos Play, and a man with a million opinions and zero apologies. Give it up for Mr. Angel Mendez!
Men compete for glory, honor, family, tradition, and donuts. One man will stand up for the little guy and deliver the news and the power that you need. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting me. Hi, how you doing?
Hey! How's it going, Angel? Angel, I gotta be honest with you. We missed you last night on the Black Files, and I think you would have liked it because we were talking about everything that came out of the Star Wars celebration over in Japan, including the announcement of Star Wars, what was it, Starfighter? Starfighter, featuring Ryan Gosling.
Starring, not
Indeed,
starring Ryan Gosling.
While I do enjoy the fact that Star Wars, after all these years, is back to being just for me, for real, I'm personally looking more forward to the new Star Wars visions, because I like to see what they're doing when they get to experiment with different art styles. Sorry I missed it, but all the same, while I may have been able to not join the Black Files, I will not escape the ring.
No, you won't. It's a pretty simple matter, Angel. When it comes to this shit, we're gonna need all the help we can get, and we're gonna need to make sure that we're properly energized for the show. Yes, email it.
All right. Yeah,
absolutely right.
That's right, and I'm happy to say that Wrestle Rewind is proudly partnered with Glitch Energy.
Yay! Here's our thing of glitching. Yay, I'm so out of sorts right now. Which is why we here at the Ravens Flock are proud to continue partnering with our friends at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, for 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 lag, and 0 crash. We want to make sure that you have glitchenergy.com bookmarked on your phone, on your browser, wherever you're interneting, because you never know when they'll drop a brand new flavor on you.
That's right. As of right now, they have the newest flavor on their menu called the Bunny Berry Oasis, which is
it's a strawberry grape combo flavor, influenced by the VTuber Miyoshi. She's a bunny girl and she's got bazungas, and she's also really cool peoples.
Absolutely.
Associating with just any delinquent rabbit, would we, Angel?
Of course not. We are better than that. We are men of honor and integrity. We have standards. I want my rabbits to commit war crimes, not all that bullshit petty theft nonsense.
I don't know if she commits war crimes, but if she's on good terms with Glitch Energy, then I guess she's all right by us.
I mean, they hired us. What the hell do they know what good terms are like?
Right. All right, and folks, of course, if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you will receive a 20% discount on your order, so don't delay. Do you like bunnies? Do you like strawberry and grape? Then go to glitchenergy.com right now, use our promo code, get your Bunny Berry Oasis today.
We want to once again thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You guys did not make a mistake this time, no matter how out of pocket we've been getting as of late.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was going to ask if you folks like boobies, but I think we already know the answer to that.
It's always yes.
The correct answer is always yes. Yeah, exactly, K-Storm. Thank you for that.
Yosh.
Let's see, K-Storm popping out of her tent, and she'll be doing
now,
just fine.
Before we get started, we do want to thank everyone who tuned into the WrestleMania watch parties last Saturday and last Sunday on April 19th and 20th. You guys have been absolutely fantastic in the live chat. We appreciate you guys watching along with us. It was certainly a wonderful time for all of us. Like, we enjoyed every bit of WrestleMania, save for a few matches, which we're going to talk about. I know that Deanna Rose and Dragon Fang, they enjoyed Jade Cargill versus Naomi. They made it.
Namely because they had themselves a nice, hot lesbian crush on Jade Cargill.
Hey!
Actually, you know what? I actually gotta do it right over here. In the immortal words of one Alan Shore from Boston Legal,
All together now.
Yep, lesbian.
Lesbian.
Chemicals in the water that are making the wrestlers gay.
Jokes on you.
Unusual.
Half of them are already gay. Ha ha.
Yeah, I know. And Angel,
Just
I
like
know
the
that.
rap industry.
And Angel, I know that you had fun. I know that you enjoyed the triple threat women's match where you saw your favorite Japanese wrestler Io Sky retain her women's world title.
I gotta be honest with you. There was a moment there that I genuinely thought she was not gonna do it. Like during the first night when we were watching the actual match itself going down with that, there was a brief moment I think it was near the end when basically the entire mess, but like during the last few minutes, the camera was so focused on Bianca and Rhea Ripley that I'm like, okay, these two are going at it with so much fury. How is Io Sky going to, oh shit? And then she proceeded to swoop in like a goddamn hawk and just catapult herself into victory. It was a very impressive show all around.
Well, that's good. That's good. The match that I enjoyed, not counting the main events, of course, because we're going to talk about it, is Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, capturing the United States title. That dude is fucking unbeatable. That guy is a fucking monster, and they need to keep him undefeated.
Dude is pretty beef. Like, the man's got, how do I put this? He ain't got charisma, but he's got presence. He's got that ferocity of it doesn't matter who's fighting, you gotta keep an eye on this one. His
no.
radius is
Angel,
massive.
you want to talk charisma? I gotta show you videos of him on the mic and talking smack, because that dude is a master at that. He will verbally eviscerate you.
And then he'll
Good. See, I want to see that, because in this match, he didn't get a chance to really, show his thespian chops.
Also, Mr. Quake is in the chat. How's it going, Mr. Quake? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, along with Christopher Justice. Appreciate you guys joining us today.
Hey, I already like you because your last name is Justice.
Justice.
So,
what match did you enjoy? Not counting the main event.
The one match that I enjoyed, of course. You can call me a mark. You can call me a noob. You can call me a total loser. Whatever. I don't care. I enjoyed the Randy Orton match where his surprise guest opponent is none other than TNA's world champion himself, the prestigious one, Scotland's local hero, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
Oh my God, that was so good.
That Randy Orton had to stomp him on the ground because if he knew that if he gave Jerry too much power or to move, he would be in danger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe.
All right. Well, let's not waste any more time. We got 4 matches. We got a lot of discussion to get into. So let's go ahead and begin with WrestleMania Night 1 in Las Vegas. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
Excellent. All right, here we go. We're gonna first talk about the main event for WrestleMania Night 1, which is a triple threat match, where Seth Rollins, the Visionary, the Luminary, the Architect.
The fucking fashionista, evil wrestling, slightly less evil Jared Leto.
Versus
the John Lennon of the wrestling ring.
Versus the one tribal chief, Roman Reigns, versus the best in the world, CM Punk.
Oh, man.
What an interesting match this was, because while you could tell Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns had some serious beef, CM Punk seemed almost willing to stand back and let them beat the fuck out of each other at the start.
Well, we're gonna get to the match in just a second, but let's talk about how we got into this road here. Like Seth Rollins and CM Punk, they've been beefing since Punk came back in 2023 of November. And as far as Roman Reigns is concerned, like Angel mentioned, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have history dating all the way back to June 2014 when Seth Rollins broke up the Shield and betrayed his brother-in-arms.
Yep.
Oh, the drama.
The drama indeed.
Yeah, he planted Roman Reigns in the back with a steel chair and betrayed his brother, and absolutely nobody else because there wasn't a third member. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, neither do I. What's a name? What's a Dean Ambrose?
Who?
Yeah, who? What?
Yeah, no.
What?
Anyways.
What? Yeah,
and
no, that's the one thing that fucking always tickled me is the fact that they took Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. Jon Moxley, the current AEW World Champion, and oh so cleverly, surreptitiously edited him out of the flashback footage that they used.
Well, no, because in some of them I saw they showed his face in like 1 or 2, so you got a little bit of exposure.
Wait, they put this young guy over? They put him over?
Yeah.
This mysterious guy who totally doesn't work for a different company.
This guy who totally didn't get his ass kicked by a 7-Eleven employee.
In a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match in a local YMCA tournament.
Oh, God.
It's okay.
It's so awful.
The programmer changed the hairstyle and gave him a different color palette, completely different character. Just add him back to the roster. It's okay.
Exactly. He got a haircut and he has a different name. So it's just like changing from Sub-Zero to Scorpion in first generation of Mortal Kombat.
Now, in CM Punk's case, one of his biggest hangups in his WWE career that he has documented back in 2014 was that he wanted to main event WrestleMania, and he never got it. On an edition of SmackDown, building up to WrestleMania, there was a contract signing, and Paul Heyman told CM Punk that he will be main eventing WrestleMania Night 1. So CM Punk got his wish. He got what he fought for. He got what he wanted. And then some, because the wise men of the tribal chief Paul Heyman would be in the corner of CM Punk. Now let's get to it. Let's show off the entrances, because oh my God, these entrances in WrestleMania are crazy.
They're like the trailers for the movies. No, you want to see them just to see what they're gonna throw at you.
So who in the WWE board of directors thought it was a good idea to give Seth Rollins a weapon?
Me.
Angel says, when did you own stock?
Angel, when were we going to tell me you had financial stake in the company?
Oh, I don't. Okay, see, what I did is I bought a suit, and then I flew 3,000 miles to the WWE area, and I snuck in by claiming that I was the newest hire that they brought in to take all the heat for all the controversy. And when the bodyguard said, "What controversy?" I looked at him and went, "You know, man, the controversy." And he went, "Oh, okay," and then he let me in. So I subtly, sneakily, subterfugely, kind of bumblefuck my way to the main office where Triple H likes to sign stuff. I shaved my hair and I glued the hair to my face to look like him. And I basically put in big, bold red crayon, "He needs to have a flamethrower. The bigger and more unsafe, the better."
I'm now picturing Angel in a suit, and he has this, like, his glued-on beard, and, like, pieces of hair are falling out.
Exactly like that. The reason why I missed the Black Files yesterday is because Triple H found me and threw me out the window.
Oh, shit.
But apparently he wasn't angry enough to not steal my ideas, that bearded bald fuck.
So Seth Rollins is the first guy to come down, and he uses a flamethrower when the music goes, "Burn it down!" It starts flamethrowing all over the place, and then the lights...
It was so cool!
And then the lights cut out, and that's when Seth Rollins did an instant wardrobe change, and now he's all white. As in, he's a white knight. He's pure of heart. He's going to be the social justice warrior to fight CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
Hey kids, this is what we in the business call foreshadowing. Remember this, it'll be important for later.
Or, he's just a super juicy watermelon, or whatever SJW stands for.
Actually, I like that term a lot better. Super juicy watermelons. Hey, boys, I'm going to the market. You want me to get you some SJWs?
Now, then we get the entrance of Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns stands alone. No bloodline, no wise man. He marches down alone, and in the trons that they have set up over in the ceiling of the Allegiant Stadium, they show different pictures of Roman Reigns in many of his matches, and they show pictures of different wrestling legends in the Samoan dynasty. They had Afa and Sika of the Wild Samoans. They had Yokozuna. They showed Rikishi. I'm surprised they didn't show Umaga.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised at that too. And this actually, you can put the symbolism in it of this is what the tribal chief is without his tribe, without his wise man. Can he still measure up? Is he still worth a damn with no championship, no family members / henchmen, no Paul Heyman whispering sweet nothings in his ear? None of that. Just him alone.
Just a puppet on a lonely string.
I know.
Oh, who would ever wanna be king?
What's a chief without a tribe, after all?
Damn. It's like Conan at the end of the first movie, sitting on the throne, looking all depressed.
I know, right? And then we get the entrance of CM Punk, and oh boy, not only did CM Punk get to main event WrestleMania. First of all, let's show that. Yeah, there's Roman Reigns.
Like signaling up to everyone. He's got everybody's acknowledgement, but it's not. But is that enough for him and his psyche? All right, let's get to the fun.
So let's get to the fun. So CM Punk not only gets to main event WrestleMania, but he also gets his own cool entrance with the live performance of Living Color playing Cult of Personality.
It was fucking beautiful. Right before it, they showed this beautiful little montage of CM Punk circa 2006-ish, right?
Circa 2002-ish, or 2005.
No, when he was in OVW.
Well, no, 2005.
2005, thank you. Like, they showed him from, like, him coming up to OVW and then going to ECW and the WWE properly. And it was this beautiful little montage that it started with a little piano instrumentation of his first theme song, This Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage.
Yeah!
So, like, oh my god, our boy's all grown up, and he's finally the main event at WrestleMania. This is wonderful because he finally got his the respect and the kudos he deserves. Certainly nothing bad will happen to him.
And look at CM Punk. He's not coming down with a flashy entrance. He's not coming down with a weapon in hand. He doesn't have a freaking prestigious family jewelry. Look at him. It's just CM Punk in his wrestling gear with a regular ass hoodie.
He does have one thing though. He's got Paul Heyman.
He's got Paul Heyman.
That's right. Paul Heyman himself is so important in this match that he actually appears on the title card with CM Punk, almost as if to say that he's become part of the wrestling. There was a lot of dramatic stare downs between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman through the match, as if Paul Heyman was trying to prove to his once former councilman that he made a mistake in abandoning him. Because when the actual fight got started, I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman was like 3 heart attacks in before the moment happened.
Also, can we briefly talk about that moment when the match began and Roman Reigns had to take out the Ula Fala? Because normally he would either give it over to one of his brothers in the bloodline or give it to Paul Heyman, but no, because he had no one in his corner, so he had to take care of it himself. Bro, the symbolism!
My God.
He must be humble!
The MCU would never.
He must be humble, and he also been humbled in this main event.
All right, so
Damn.
Let's get to the action.
All right, so these guys are coming at each other a million miles an hour, and actually, to clarify the point that you made, Angel, it's not that Paul Heyman abandoned Roman Reigns. This was something that that CM Punk asked of him because basically that was what he wanted ever since Paul Heyman helped bring him into the WWE. That, hey, if I'm going to go to WrestleMania, I want you to be right there alongside with me because you've helped me so much and I love you. You're my best friend and I'm thankful. And so that put Paul in the unenviable position of, do I choose my friend and protege or do I choose my tribal chief? And Roman's the ones that basically giving death dagger stares to Heyman, saying like, "Oh, you're a traitor," and Paul Heyman the whole time he could not look his tribal chief in the eyes. He could not. He dare not, out of shame, because he does.
Sadness.
However, Paul Heyman's reaction does not impede on the main event match as these guys continue to beat the shit out of each other. You see here, freaking Seth Rollins diving through the ropes, doing a suicide dive on Roman Reigns, and the action then spills over at ringside. Roman Reigns is taken out temporarily, allowing CM Punk and Seth Rollins to brawl right by the crowd.
Yeah, and this one was really nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you. I don't.
No, I'm not at the moment. I'm actually watching the video on the record that I have. I almost got ahead of myself. Please keep going.
No, it's okay. So CM Punk and Seth Rollins are brawling. They're throwing shit at each other. CM Punk hits him with a chair, and then Seth Rollins brings a garbage can into the mix.
You can tell that's a legitimate garbage can because it's made of aluminum foil. And there's paper in it.
Well, CM Punk can't exactly throw the trash out, but he can suplex him onto the trash. And Roman Reigns. And by the time I said that, wow, Juan, jumping the gun much?
Actually, that was kind of Roman's idea. See, instead of chasing after Seth and Punk, going through the crowd and chasing after them, Roman did the smart thing. He waited for them to come around to the other side of the barricade and then just jumped over and attacked them both together. You gotta hand it to him.
Roman Reigns actually had a surprisingly good showing in this match in general because while, okay, he gets a little lost in the whole mess of what happens here, but I feel like next to Seth, He was the one with like one of the best technical showings in this match in general. The man just kept on taking punishment, and he refused to go down. He was unstoppable for a while there.
He was unstoppable. That is true. And then when we got back to ringside, well, Roman Reigns had a very interesting way of getting his opponents back at ringside. He just threw Seth Rollins at CM Punk.
We had an ongoing theme throughout half of the matches of I'm going to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. It was
Hey,
fun.
if it works once, do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now the action is finally back at ringside. The boys are finally taking the action back into the ring. CM Punk was able to regain control for the match and paying homage to WWE Hall of Famer, the Macho Man Randy Savage. CM Punk goes to the top rope and hits a beautiful elbow drop onto Seth Rollins.
Not to be outdone, though, Rollins does turn the tides around and manages to knock down Punk and hit Roman Reigns with a nice high diving body splash.
That's right. CM Punk had Roman Reigns locked in the Anaconda Vice, and Seth Rollins was able to break up the submission hold.
It was beautiful, and that's definitely a novel way of saving the match for yourself. What better way to break up a submission hold than just throwing yourself on the poor sap who's being tangled up in it?
Pretty much.
Use any weapon at your disposal. All I have is my body. Any weapon at your disposal.
And speaking of weapons at his disposal, Roman Reigns answers back, getting back on while recovering. He hits CM Punk with a devastating spear. And Seth Rollins was able to get out of the way just in time.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful indeed.
And
then pulling a page out of another WWE Hall of Famer, the Game, Triple H. Seth Rollins hits Roman Reigns with the pedigree. And
it wasn't just a pedigree. It was a spear into a pedigree.
That's right!
Seth's recovery was insane. He bounced back and used the momentum to send Roman's face first into the ground. I almost jumped out of my seat when I saw that shit.
Shit, you're right, Angel. That's right. Seth Rollins did intercept Roman Reigns' spear and hit him with the pedigree.
He really gave him the royal guard treatment.
Yeah, I know. And then, while CM Punk is like dangling at ringside, Seth Rollins had a bit of a one-on-one banter with Roman Reigns, trying to tell him that CM Punk doesn't belong in the ring. He doesn't belong there with them, and that they could work together. They could take him out, just like in the old days of the Shield. So Seth Rollins tries to talk Roman Reigns into a Shield powerbomb through the announce table, and Roman Reigns, he takes a moment to ponder. After all, he is the tribal chief. He is not without a moment of, of cognizance, so he needs.
He went to his knees and grasped his head like he was fighting his inner demons for a moment there.
Yeah, and then he decided.
My man was having a whole Bleach arc development happening in the background.
And then he decided, nah. So he's
fucking pimp slaps Seth Rollins and drop Punk. Just like, should I let bygones be bygones with the guy who literally shattered my world by smacking me in the back with a steel chair? A guy who, time and time again, has been the cause of my ire, so much so to the point where he even cost me my WWE Championship last year, thanks to interfering on behalf of Cody Rhodes. Just so that I can beat the shit out of CM Punk, who has my wise man. I'm good, thanks. Bam!
Also Christopher Justice. That's right. I also played WWE 2K25. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you for that, Christopher Justice.
Yeah, Roman Reigns don't need nobody. He's a tribal chief. He'll powerbomb his own bitch through the announce table. In fact,
he is the body.
In fact, Roman Reigns will do it again just because. And while I said that, Roman Reigns did it again just because.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? This isn't enough. No, I'm still angry at you, Seth. I'm still mad at you. I still don't like you. And conveniently we have two tables here, so no, fuck you.
Damn, these new WWE announce tables look damn expensive, man. Sheesh.
Do you not recognize the shape of them? They're supposed to resemble blackjack tables.
Well, no.
I did not notice that.
Well, that is cool. That is pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's the little thing that they did for this year, because they're in Vegas, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah.
Vegas, baby, yeah.
All right, so
and, considering that it looks like with those power bombs that Seth and Punk busted.
I know we made jokes about how the Spanish announce tables always get screwed, but no, this time both announce teams get screwed without tables. So the action continues back into the ring as Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, locks in the guillotine choke on CM Punk, the same guillotine choke that he used to choke out Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso back in 2020, and it is devastating. It is crazy. CM Punk is trying desperately to fight out of the chokehold, and it's hard to try and fight back against the strength of Roman Reigns.
It really is. You're basically getting yourself gut wrenched through your neck, and it's horrible.
Ow.
Yeah, no, Angel, you see the screen right now, right? You see the
Yes, that shit was brutal.
That is a brutality.
That should be brutal, son.
All right, so the match didn't stop there. Let me just get back.
Nope,
here.
the match certainly did not stop there. CM Punk was able to break out of the submission hold and lock in the Anaconda Vice once again onto Roman Reigns. Yep, go ahead. And then they started exchanging finishers at the finishers. Like CM Punk hit a stomp onto Roman Reigns.
It's like Seth Rollins' curb stomp on the fucking head. He dumped it on Reigns. It's funny.
He dumped it on Reigns.
Very opportunistic, too. He was waiting for the moment they both fell to the ground and went, oh boy, look at that. A face that hasn't had my foot applied to it yet. Kablam!
Yeah, no, go ahead.
All right, so, yeah, it gets worse and it gets more bizarre because...
Yeah, CM Punk...
better.
Yeah, no, CM Punk, Roman Reigns that spears CM Punk. Seth Rollins hits a stomp on Roman Reigns. All three men are down as we close in on the finish. And that's where the wise man comes in. Paul
All of a
Heyman.
sudden, the camera points away to Paul Heyman, who suspiciously shits all of his nervousness and grabs a chair.
And he sees that Punk is signaling to him to pass the chair over, so that Punk can use it and finish the match off once and for all. Paul, to his own shock and to his own dismay, he realizes how painful this is to Roman Reigns. Because Roman is still looking right at him while this is happening. Unable to move. Unable to...
How could this happen to me?
I made my mistake. You know the rest. Paul Heyman ended up breaking Roman's heart one more time, and he passes Punk the chair.
And then, and just when it looked like CM Punk had this victory within his grasps, all it takes is one steel chair to the Tribal Chief. Then Paul Heyman nails CM Punk right in the cubbies, with Punk's back turned.
Oh my
Damn.
God! The shock, the betrayal.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal, said Punk as he lost the ability to bear children ever again.
Paul Heyman has turned on CM Punk, and he has given the steel chair back not back, but he's given the steel chair to Roman Reigns.
He didn't just give him the chair, though. He basically kowtowed to Roman Reigns, basically shimmy shuffled his way through it, kneeled like he was pulling out the goddamn Excalibur, and offered while begging forgiveness to his true and only Tribal Chief, while Punk was on the ground wondering what just happened in the last 5 seconds and why he couldn't make math anymore.
And then Roman Reigns, with chair in hand, turns his attention to his former brother, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins cost Roman Reigns his WrestleMania victory last year. He destroyed the Shield over 10 years ago. Roman Reigns has the opportunity to finally get his vengeance.
And Paul...
Revengeance, one might say.
Actually, yeah. In this case, this is actual revengeance.
Oh shit, properly appropriate word used, yeah. Awesome.
And this whole time, Paul Heyman is also egging Roman Reigns on. Look, my Tribal Chief, it's yours! Take your revenge! He can't stop you! Take him, my Tribal Chief! Take him! Oh, by the way, you've got kids, right?
And then Roman Reigns gets screwed and gets nutted right in the wild let me use a more appropriate term. Right in the head shrinkers.
Oh!
What can I say except
That's right. Paul Heyman has betrayed his tribal chief.
Oh my gosh!
And this allowed Seth Rollins to grab the chair and nail Roman Reigns with it, and hits the stomp to pick up the victory. And the show finishes with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman standing over their opponents. Your winner of the triple threat match of WrestleMania Night 1, Seth Rollins.
Fuck! This was so...
I think we can all agree that the real winner here was Paul Heyman.
that goes without saying. That sniveling, horrendous, terrible, no good, snake oiling son of a bitch. That horrible fiend. That pudgy, putrid, pubescent fuckface.
Hey, you ever heard the tale of the frog and the scorpion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. It was a legendary turnaround that nobody ever actually saw coming, and probably the most memorable moment of both wrestling nights, because everybody the truth is, Paul Heyman is a backstabber. People expect him to. He's called the wise man. He's called the architect for a reason. He plans, he schemes, he plots in the shadow.
But they have but Paul Heyman has been called the Judas in the past.
Like
the point is, the man's loyalty only swings whichever way he finds it to. So the second he started groveling in front of Roman Reigns, it was such a perfect moment to catch the audience attention, because the moment he nails Roman Reigns in the reigns of Roman, you notice how quickly his demeanor immediately changes. All the sweat from his face disappears, his face becomes incredibly calm, and he casually, normally, placidly strolls to Seth, passes him the chair, does a little gesture, like, I swear to God, he walked out of an Ed and Eddie cartoon, and slides out of the frame to let him take the glory.
Sorry about that, folks. The bell rung again. It's okay.
It was pure cinema.
It was pure cinema indeed, and surely Night 2 can match this level of cinema, right?
We'll let you guys be the judge of that.
That's right. We're now going to go ahead and shift gears and talk about the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. And this one-on-one contest is for the undisputed WWE Championship as the defending champion...
I actually went ahead and finished the story up and he actually managed to have the 2 years of the WWE Championship and there's battle line and one of the greatest, most epic finales of WrestleMania ever, WrestleMania Endgame, and now he's actually going ahead and taking on John Cena, who was a hero until Rock the Great John Cena checked himself into a storyline trying to make it about himself, and even though it had nothing to do with him, and it almost ruined the entire match of WrestleMania until John Cena and Cody Rhodes selfish it in the last minute, even though there's a lot of stupidity in the execution, but we'll let you guys be the judge. Cody!
That's right. The all-American nightmare himself, here to defend his title from a surprisingly long reign. How many days?
It's been over a year now. It's been
over a year.
Over a year, and he defends the title against John Cena.
Also, Ben Cruz is in the chat. Hey up, Ben Cruz. Welcome to Wrestling Rewind. So the real winner is us, the fans. Great storytelling. Paul Heyman needs an Emmy for that performance. So, Primetime Emmy Award, I would give it to him.
So, rewinding the clock all the way back to March and the Elimination Chamber in Toronto, the final boss, Rock the Dewey Dwayne Maivia Johnson, made a proposal to Cody Rhodes to sell his soul and become his corporate champion. And in doing so, the Rock would make all of his dreams come true. Cody Rhodes rejected the offer and told the Rock to go fuck himself. And John Cena betrayed Cody Rhodes and turned heel for the first time in 23 years. And since then, leading up to WrestleMania, John Cena's heel turn has pretty much been attributed to, a toxic relationship with the WWE fans for 23 years. He was blaming it all on the fans, like, you made me do this, like, you're all toxic, la 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 la.
And so, as to a way to break up with the fans and to make this up to myself, I'm going to leave after I retire this year, and I'm going to take the WWE Undisputed Championship with me to ruin wrestling forever for all of you. Ha ha ha. Take that. I'm breaking up with you all.
Now, on the one hand,
You're not my real dad.
Now, on the one and in his back and forth battles with Cody Rhodes, like, yeah, they had good back and forth promo offs. But like John Cena's motivation, like, okay, there's a little bit of criticism there, like, because his motivation is, like, we've seen this motivation before with other wrestlers, right, Juan?
Yeah,
Like him hating the fans, like, oh, it's all your fault, you did this, you did that.
that's how you get good heat, Jose. That's like being a bad guy wrestler, being a heel wrestler 101. Somehow make it the fans' fault of XYZ ABC. Don't take responsibility. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's theirs.
That is true. All right.
After all these years, you couldn't see him, but he wanted to be seen. Everybody was asking, where's John Cena? But nobody asked, how is John Cena?
Yeah, and you know what's so, but I will call attention to one thing that has been absent during the build between March and WrestleMania. Where the fuck was The Rock? Where the fuck was the final boss?
He was in Hawaii, sipping a drink, sending minions to fight for him. That's what final bosses do.
It's even dumber, actually, in reality, because you would expect that this executive of the board of TKO Group Holdings, you know, an actual member of the controlling interest of the WWE, a guy who set himself up to be an important element to this little fucking storyline, you'd think he'd show up to see how it all turned out. But no! He's too busy getting drunk off of 15 gallons of vodka and eating 400 pounds of peanut butter pancakes, all in Hawaii.
No, hang on a minute, Juan.
That sounds pretty tasty.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's in Hawaii. You're not sipping on vodka. You're sipping on pina coladas.
No.
If you like pina coladas.
That's if you want to have a party for yourself. No, this guy.
And if you wrestle in the ring.
This guy is drinking.
And if you're there, final boss.
I don't know. The Rock has. I don't know. Maybe he's got a drinking problem.
Maybe. So let's talk about the entrances. The first person to come out, of course, is John Cena. And John Cena's entrance, it's not flashy like his past entrances. It's just nothing but black screens and white letterings of his name plastered all over. And the fans are 100% behind John Cena, despite the fact that he's the villain.
He's cheating on them, and they're like, yes, more please. What the fuck?
To be fair, though, this is the first time they've seen this side of him. And, you know, remember how the Green Goblin was so like Spider-Man? Don't you know that people love seeing heroes fall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. People love the idea of this guy who was almost as straight edge as CM Punk himself, essentially going, man, fuck y'all.
It's literally, oh, you want to celebrate the fun and the pageantry and the craziness that I brought along in my energy? Nope, you don't get any of that. This is how I break up with you. I'm taking all that energy with me, and this is all you get. You just get my name. That's it. You don't even get a fancy graphic of it. It's just my name.
And then on the opposite side, we get the entrance of the undisputed WWE champion. We get the entrance of the man who was once undesirable, who's become undeniable, and who is undisputed. And it is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, with his freaking helmet that is remote control, you can turn, it can open and close his face shield.
Yeah, his entrance involved a squad of motocross guys doing stunts at the ramp coming up to the stage, and Cody is wearing this helmet that's shaped off of the winged skull fucking nightmare skull tattoo he's got, and it has a fucking Iron Man faceplate that pops up.
Man, Cody Rhodes is trying to be all the heroes, isn't he?
Yeah, most especially Iron Homelander.
Ironlander. All of the ego, none of the horrible rape allegations
that we know of. Well, yeah, I'm actually freaking.
You should read The Boys.
I'm actually opening up I'm getting the highest resolution I can, and yeah, even though this looks a little bit blocky, that's only the resolution part. It still looks fucking cool. It almost looks like a freaking tiger's mouth, if you would.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Quake. Nitro Circus. All right, so now let's get to the main event match. Now, in the past, we've seen Cody Rhodes wrestle Roman Reigns, and their matches were usually more slow-paced. because because of Roman Reigns is part of the match. Like we've seen his Roman Reign matches before. Like he takes his time. He doesn't sweat the competition and all that stuff. Boy, somehow John Cena made this match even slower. Like in the first couple minutes, like Cody Rhodes tried to out-wrestle Cena with headlock takedowns and arm and hammer locks and everything. And Cena would sometimes try to shrug it off and be like, nah, what's this guy doing?
Nope.
Cena was actively trying to kill the hype for the first 5 minutes there. I swear to God, that man did not want to wrestle today.
No, he didn't.
He walked in like a guy that had to earn his paycheck.
Seriously, it's so embarrassing. And actually, Angel, you were right, and I was half wrong regarding John Cena's hair. Because it turns out he revealed before the show started that he had actually gone back a couple months ago and got hair replacement treatment on there. Well, you see, that makes sense, because if you're going to slick your hair like a bad guy, you got to do it properly. Yeah, true. And he was even then, when he was doing this on an interview on the Pat McAfee show, he made the fact that he got hair treatment done, and he blamed the fans for it there too. Basically like, oh no, you guys were brutal to me. Y'all were making all these ball jokes, and oh wait, watch out, you're gonna have the light shine on him and it's gonna reflect him and hurt his vision or whatever. Yeah, and you guys basically bullied me into getting my hair fixed. So you're welcome, I guess. The good job. You guys did it. You freaking you've successfully bullied a man into body image issues. So
this hair plant, your fault. This vein on my arm, your fault. The jorts I'm wearing, your fault. This penis extension, that's on me. But also it's your fault.
So Cody Rhodes decided to waste no time, go for a suicide dive through the ropes to knock out John Cena and bring his punk ass back into the ring so we could continue. And then John Cena takes control of the match, and like I said, John Cena's wrestling style is pretty much the same that he's always done over the years, except when he's a heel, he moves a little bit slower.
It's his... Sorry, go on.
No.
He gets a buff to attack, but he loses on speed.
Actually, yeah. No, he intentionally slowed the entire pace of the match down to kill the hype, like you said, to make it as uneventful as possible. And go frickin' figure, I'm over here seeing what's his face, Cody, reaching out, like, Horatio, I hardly knew thee, whatever the fuck.
Or God, why have you forsaken me, Father?
Can it? When life gives you lemons, you find another wrestling manager.
All right. So John Cena has control over the champion, and he has pretty much slowed this match to a crawl so that John Cena could get his stuff in. And then, John Cena does a lot of his moves. You see him flying from the second rope and hitting a double X handle. And then, let's see here. And then Cody Rhodes did hit a comeback. He was able to catch John Cena off guard and hitting a power slam. And he was trying to, I don't want to say Hulk up, but he's trying to American up.
He's trying to Cody out, I don't know.
Cody it out.
He was trying to inject the spirit of capitalism into his veins.
That's right. Cody Rhodes was able to get the Cody Cutter not once but twice onto John Cena during this match. So he's trying to build all the momentum and trying to get his second wind in. And then John Cena, of course, hits one of four, I counted, 4 attitude adjustments to Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes was able to kick out on each one.
Local man refuses to be attitude adjusted.
He's gonna morph out. He's homelanding hard, and I'm horrified. I don't know what will happen to us.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
But we do get a moment during the match where John Cena was able to hit the 5-knuckle shuffle onto Cody Rhodes, and the fans love it. That's another thing I want to point out. The Las Vegas fans, they were booing Cody Rhodes vociferously.
Yeah, because they bet against him.
And every one of the 5 moves of doom that John Cena hits, he landed them and he milked each move just to you think I'm gonna make the match exciting? No, I'm just gonna hang on for a minute before I do anything. So it's the shoulder tackle, the second shoulder tackle, and then throwback slam, and then he hits the "you can't see me" bit with the 5-knuckle.
Ba ba da ba.
And every one of them, he gave the audience the most sarcastic and insincere smile throughout the whole fucking time. Like, this is right. This is what you want out of your dancing monkey, right? This is what I am to you. Here I go. Oh, go ahead and laugh.
And the fans love it.
And he's doing it all fucking sarcastically and fucking ironically and fucking insincerely. And these fuckers are eating it up!
Are you not entertained? Yes, we are! Is this not... Wait, what do you mean, yes?
We are very
I swear to God,
entertained!
he was getting angrier the happier the crowd was getting. Because he's like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm turning evil. And the crowd literally goes, that's what we wanted the entire time. Yeah! Suffering from success, the John Cena story.
Like this is the weird thing about it. Like, yes, we want to see John Cena turning heel at the end and seeing what kind of story that would do. This is awesome. So weird. And at the same time, Cena is trying to work it around in a way that makes the match work. And make it work for the sake of propelling the match forward to the next phase of the story.
So then John Cena locks in the STF onto Cody Rhodes after reversing the crossroads. And then with the submission hold locked in, Cody Rhodes struggled, and John Cena was able to pull back Cody from getting the ropes more than once until Cody Rhodes was able to eventually break out of the submission hold. And then, lo and behold, we get a referee bump. The referee is knocked down.
Ref balls.
So then, after the ref bump, Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads, but there's no one to call for a pin.
Everyone in the arena was doing the pinfall count. They got up to what? 13?
13, yeah.
What the fuck?
It was so crazy. And then we get to the finish. And then out comes Travis fucking Scott. You know, the rapper Travis Scott, whose music we've been hearing over a dozen times during WrestleMania weekend. By the way, I did some research on Travis Scott, and he is a horrible piece of shit.
Why am I not surprised? He comes out with the Hardcore Championship belt that he was gifted by Triple H, and he's fucking jumping around over here.
He got in Cody's face because
what's the referee gonna do? Is he gonna freaking is he gonna try to wake up? He can't. He's in the middle of a ref bump.
Yeah, so Travis Scott gets in Cody's face. He tries to clock Cody. Cody catches him and then hits Travis Scott with the crossroads. So he gave him his long-awaited receipt after Travis Scott injured Cody's eardrum back in March.
So, take that, idiot.
And now here's where we get to the part where things get really, really stupid. Sorry, I have to say this, and it pains me to say it. This is the part where it gets stupid. John Cena grabs the undisputed WWE Championship, and he's about to use it to clock Cody in the face. Cody grabs it. We get a little bit of a tug-of-war spot between Cena and Rhodes until eventually Cody grabs the belt. And it looks like Cody's about to strike Cena with the belt, and then...
He had the perfect opportunity to dome that sumbitch.
And then Cody hesitates!
He hesitates because he couldn't do it. He's wrestling with his conscience. And John Cena is like begging him not to do it. So John Cena, taking advantage of Cody's internal conflict and naivety, and reintroduces him to Dick Kick City.
Oh, because obviously Cody Rhodes will fall for the most obvious begging acting of all time.
In the iconic words of Willem Dafoe, misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
So John Cena, after low-blowing Cody Rhodes, grabs the belt, clocks Cody in the face. The referee is able to count 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the long championship reign of Cody Rhodes has come to an end. John Cena has won the WrestleMania main event. Your winner, and now, and recreating the moment from WrestleMania 28 when John Cena lost to The Rock, there's Cody Rhodes sitting over there.
At the entrance ramp.
Like the dork that he is. Your winner, and now 17-time undisputed WWE champion, John Cena.
The story has never been more over than it is now. We gotta make new stories.
What the fuck?
Guys, your thoughts on the main event. Angel, we'll start with you.
To put it simply, I feel like the previous night had better highs and fewer lows. This one had too many lows to counter the highs because 3/4 of the people I wanted to win didn't. And yes, once again, I understand why it had to happen, but I don't like it. Because I get what they were trying to go for, but it feels less like Cody was a victim of his own morals and more like Cody was just too damn nice for his own good. That man needs to shape the fuck up. He needs to become like Dark Cody, like more American Nightmare. He needs to go back to World War II American Nightmare.
Homeland up. So he actually has to become the Homelander.
No, he needs to become All Might.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit. What, to turn to All Might? I don't think he can handle that shit.
All right, I can feel that. Juan, your thoughts on the main event of night 2?
Okay, my thoughts. The entirety of the rest of the finish, if these guys moving around had done so perhaps a half step faster, it would actually feel a little bit more organic. But the fact that we had Travis Scott loitering in the ring longer than anyone ever should, especially after having handed John Cena a steel chair and getting your ass kicked by Cody Rhodes at the same time, why the hell are you lingering in there this whole fucking time? Go away, Travis. You did your thing. You went and did your bad guy job for being the bad guys. Fucking whatever, dude.
P.S. Nobody likes you.
Better guys.
Like, fucking pick up the pace, dummies. Like, and that goes to Cena and Cody for how they executed that shit too. Just because they're professionals doesn't mean they get off the hook. Cody could not have fallen for something that simple, that obvious. And why would how could John Cena switch from actually intensive to begging and pleading for mercy? Even Cody, with his theatrical, theater school kid, sensibility, knows that's a fucking ruse, a lie, a sham, a fraud, a chicanery. Cena is trying to rustle your jimmies, and you let him like a dumbass.
The jimmies got real rustled. I'm just saying.
It would have worked if they went faster, and if the delivery was a little bit more believable between Cena and Cody.
All right, so here's my hangups on this fucking thing. First of all, I do agree with you guys. Let's talk about Travis Scott. Travis Scott took his sweet fucking time to stroll over to the ring to help John Cena, and he didn't even do much to help, and I fucking hate that guy, number one. Number two, the finish was so fucking dumb because it made Cody Rhodes look like an absolute naive dork. It made him look like a chump. He made him look worse than freaking Sting back in the 90s when he fell for a double cross.
Oof.
What? How would you expect us to believe that Sting would fall for shit like that? Much less, how could you expect us to believe that Cody would fall for shit like this?
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry.
Especially considering that Cody has been around long enough to see lies like this through. It feels like plotting due stupidity.
Oh.
Thank you. Jeez, that's the proper phrase.
You know what else would have made it? You know what else would have made more sense and more organic for the main event match?
What?
The final boss! The Rock was not there. He was nowhere to be found. He's put everything in motion.
Do you know why?
It's kind of weird because you think he would be egocentric enough to drop a video message or something like, "Hey, Cody," and sending "This is John Cena, the man that you once respected," to turn him again. You would think that The Rock would not miss the chance to drop a video call or do a fucking Zoom call in the middle of the match and start. Wow, I'm coming up with better ideas now.
There's a good explanation for that, Angel, and I'll tell you guys. It's quite simple. The reason why The Rock was not present at WrestleMania is because the moment that they injected John Cena in turning heel, instead of what was one of the original ideas that The Rock wanted, was that Cody would turn heel instead. Since The Rock wanted this to basically be about him being the new evil Mr. McMahon for this generation. And
I don't think anybody should want to call themselves the new Mr. McMahon after what happened.
But keep going.
The point is that Dwayne realized that people were annoyed that he injected himself into the story when he offered next to nothing in terms of storytelling. So, for once, Dwayne did the smart thing, and he stayed out of it in order to try to save whatever grace he can in terms of the goodwill that people have towards the storyline between Cena and Cody. Because if the
Are you saying that he's trying to not overplay his hand, basically?
Exactly.
Okay, fair point. But did it have to be fucking Travis Scott, one of the most hated people on the planet?
It had to be Travis Scott, one of the most hated people on the planet.
Not even doing it well.
Not even doing it well. And I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I already said it. Like, Cody came off looking completely exposed and very naive and just overall a chump.
Yeah, he got made a fool out of. Like, no wonder he was so pissed when he was walking back at the trailer. Even he was annoyed at the script he had to follow at that point.
So, yeah, I agree with Juan and Angel over here. I think night one was the better night in WrestleMania. It had a lot of cool matches, a lot of great moments. We crowned new champions of Jacob Fatu. Tiffany Stratton retained her WWE Women's title against Charlotte Flair.
Oh, and yeah, I think I mentioned this, Angel. Charlotte, even though she got her tooth chipped in the middle of the match and finished up.
Tiffany.
I meant to say Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton. Like by the end of the night, she had her tooth fixed. Right then and there.
I know.
Fucking awesome.
Good as new.
Crazy, huh? And yes, Christopher Justice. Yeet. Main event Jey Uso. New World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, Jey Uso winning the world title. Jacob Fatu winning the U.S. title. The New Day, our World Tag Team Champions. And CM Punk getting to main event WrestleMania Night 1. Night 1 was much better than Night 2.
Let's not forget the Women's Tag Team Championship match.
That was Night 2.
Yeah.
And it also just had better, like, story moments. Because I won't lie to you, man. People were talking about what happened to Cody, but the majority of people were just freaking out over what happened with, the main event of Night 1. That alone was more than enough to just get the people in order to scream their heads off. Because is it wrong if I claim that Paul Heyman stole this show?
That statement has legs. It has legs. It breathes, so it's a thought. So yeah, no, you've got good evidence for that statement. So don't feel too bad. It wouldn't be too controversial to say.
I thought so, because I'm just gonna say it. Like, Paul Heyman kind of stole this. There were some amazing matches, some incredible fights in all locations. Make no mistake, everybody gave it their best shot. But the drama itself, the storytelling. That's right. I watch wrestling for the story. It was way more gripping on Night 1 than it was on Night 2. That's just my theory, a game theory.
No, you good, man. You good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But that being said, overall, WrestleMania weekend was fun. It was fun. We had some incredible moments, and we had a wonderful time watching. And, well, we'll see what happens. John Cena said that he has 27 more dates before he finishes his year as champion, so we'll see where his story goes.
He's gonna get into 27 more fights.
Oh, you're gonna love this, by the way. At the little press conference they had at the end of the night, John Cena came out with the championship, and he said, "I'm gonna go ahead and fulfill my obligations here, and I will start fielding questions." And he's like, "I'm gonna take all questions, and I'll answer each one of them." And any question that the freaking press journalists were asking, he just responded with, it sounds to me like that was a dishonest and clickbaiting question, so I refuse to answer. Next question. To all of them!
Damn!
God.
To be fair, though, that's usually the amount of respect the average journalist deserves.
Right?
Well, I would definitely say that in terms of wrestling journalists. Others, your mileage may vary depending on the field.
Yeah.
My man really went and delivered the slander. So he shows up, ruins your event, makes you look like an idiot, refuses to answer questions, leaves.
Literally refused to answer questions.
Refused to elaborate, left.
Pretty much. So, with that, we're now done with the WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 portion of this review. And now we're going to go ahead and pivot over to the main event of this year's NXT Stand and Deliver, which also happened in Las Vegas. Now, Angel, do you have to bounce right away?
This is the part where I got to go because it's already getting kind of late, and I honestly have nothing to say beyond this point because I didn't watch the other show. So I think it's better if I just leave the spotlight to you two. You guys know way better about this than I do.
Yeah, no worries, man. Well, hey, thank you for showing up here, and we appreciate you joining us. And what can we expect from this Saturday on Los Amigos Play?
Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we resume and conclude the four main title of the Metal Gear Saga by Hideo Kojimbo, where Mr. Arouse will hold the controller and take us to the wonderful and extremely long and convoluted story of Guns of the Patriots. I hope that you will join us there on YouTube and Cake.
Fantastic. Thank you. Looking forward to that, man. You go ahead and turn yourself in, man. You have a good night. We appreciate you joining us for Wrestle Rewind.
All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for your time and sweet dreams.
All right, Angel, we'll check you later.
All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get into... Now, before we get into the review, let's turn over to the live chat. Mr. Quake has been blowing up.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Quake is going nuts on the chat. Let's see here. All right, so basically saying Tiffany got the help from the Tooth Fairy.
So The Rock dressed up as the Tooth Fairy? No kidding!
I knew you were going to say that.
All right.
I wish Tiffany was heel and Charlotte face is what I'm saying. Nah. Like Tiffany Stratton works as this tweener champion. She works like this. It's fine.
She works, and it's fine.
Let's see. So Karma. So it's Karma for Punk. Yeah. Well, maybe it's Karma. 20 Years of Vengeance, 2005. Triple H, Batista, Hell in a Cell. Oh yeah, we can't forget that.
That is pretty cool. All right, now let's get into the main event of NXT Stand And Deliver. And this one is a triple threat match for the NXT Championship as the defending champion, the Ruler.
That is not even the right promotion. Why would that happen?
As the defending champion, the Ruler, the Conqueror, the Bringer of War, the mountain you cannot climb. The NXT champion, the great Obafemi, defends his championship against Trick Williams and the young OG, the bouncy boy, Javon Evans.
All right. So, basically, this is... I can't even tell how to explain the dynamics between these three guys. Basically, Trick Williams is turning heel. Javon Evans is like, no, dude, you're turning into Carmelo Hayes. Like, Obafemi's like, which one of you do I have to crush?
Trick Williams has been obsessing over getting back the NXT Championship because he's the only one that can carry the title. He's the only one that could carry the brand. Javon Evans is
so he believes.
Or so he believes. Javon Evans is, of course, the underdog, the dark horse in this triple threat match, who sees an opportunity to become NXT champion. But Obafemi and Trick Williams are, of course, doubting him, believing that he doesn't have what it takes to be the champion, to handle the grind, as John Moxley would say. Javon Evans is facing with a lot of adversity in this triple threat match.
And suffice it to say, every single one of these guys give it their all in this match to determine who will continue or who will go on to carry the title of NXT champion.
All right, so immediately these guys start squaring up, and we see a display. And after Trick Williams and Young OG were exchanging back and forths, we see an incredible display of strength from Obafemi. Look at him; the guy's holding two guys over his shoulders. That is crazy.
God damn it!
That man ain't human, folks.
No, he's not. He's not human.
No, he's definitely not human. What happened is that Trick Williams caught Javon Evans. He was about to hit the Death Valley driver, and then Obafemi got right under Trick, holding both of them up, and hits a devastating Samoan drop. And of course, Trick Williams was able to kick out after two from that. But damn, man, this is one of the small moments of like strength displayed on by the defending champion. And then Obafemi, of course, like Roman may have done it at WrestleMania, but Oba did it first, taking a motherfucker by hitting another motherfucker, grabbing Javon Evans and whacking Trick Williams with the young OG. So that was
I love it when look at it this way. Roman probably was watching this match and was taking notes.
He was like, how can I do it? How can I, motherfucker,
with another motherfucker?
How can I make that look cooler?
Well, these guys, Punk and Rollins are similar build compared to me. I'll figure it out.
Of course, Javon Evans is not going to take this as laying down. Javon Evans was able to use his high-flying offense to knock down Obafemi, and even to throw a little trash talk saying like, that's a 3-time. I think it's either that's the 3rd time or 4th time I dropped your ass. And
the nerve, gotta love
this spot.
Energy.
This spot I want to talk about. Okay, so Trick Williams tries to go for a running move. Trick Williams has Obafemi in the corner. He tries to go for the punches, like the 10 punches. Obafemi grabs Trick. It looks like he's about to powerbomb him. He grabs him and holds him in the air. Javon Evans goes to the top rope, and Javon Evans tries to hit like a doomsday device. But then pay attention, because Trick Williams actually ducked Javon Evans and hit a Hurricane Rana on Obafemi to try and get a 2 count, but Obafemi was able to kick out. And then over here, this was weird. They went for a flying nothing. Trick Williams and Javon Evans just collided midair and just hit each other. I don't know what they were going for, but it looked weird.
Neither do I. But I'm sorry. I guess I got ahead of myself this time.
No, you're fine. This is good. Then the action continues over at ringside. Trick Williams goes over to the top rope, and then he hits a crossbody, knocking out both Javon Evans and what's-his-face and Obafemi. And I wish they had a camera. I wish they had a shot of this, but they don't, because when Trick throws Javon Evans back into the ring, Javon Evans was able to rebound off the bottom rope. He leaped to the bottom rope and hit an incredible moonsault, knocking out Trick Williams. I wish WWE.com had a photo of that, but they don't.
God damn it! Like, and
I can't screenshot anything from Peacock.
And worse off, like, there's no like highlight reel from this match that we could try to grab a screenshot of.
They didn't show it, so no. Not that I can find.
Man.
But nevertheless,
can't say we don't try.
Exactly. But nevertheless, the action continues. Obafemi, once again, displaying making another demonstration of his strength. Like after he hulked up, he had a moment where he hulked up after getting hit by Trick, and he grabs both Javon and Trick Williams and hits them both with one-handed spine busters in the middle of the ring.
How is it spine buster? Wouldn't that just be a choke slam over here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like Vic Joseph called it double spine busters. I'm like, bro, it was a double choke slam.
It's a double choke slam, Vic. Motherfuck. Listen, I'm letting myself get a little goofy at the moment, and even I can tell those are choke slams.
A little.
Yeah, it's just a little herbal infusion. It's how I get to
Careful.
sleep. It's okay. It's how I get to sleep. It's 4:20 somewhere. WrestleMania weekend coincided with Easter weekend and with 420, so fucking I'm continuing to celebrate.
No, you're good.
That's not the important part. The important part is I can tell a fucking choke slam apart from a spine buster, and one of the commentators who's employed by WWE, who gets money for it, doesn't.
All right, so after the double choke slam, we finally get a Doomsday Device spot in this match, and what's his face? Javon Evans finally connected with that spot. That was awesome. Actually, no, that looked like a picture of the same spot but from a different angle. Oh, fuck that.
That's so weird.
However, but we did get Javon Evans hitting an incredible comeback, and he hits Obafemi with his incredible springboard cutter from the top rope, and it's so wild how much hang time Javon Evans has while he's in the air.
You're kidding. He almost floated?
Yeah, he floated before dropping. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is so fucking wild.
That's dynamic.
That is dynamic.
And then things get chaotic at ringside. Obafemi's had enough of this shit. He threw Javon Evans through into security crashing through the security barricade, and then Trick Williams hits the bookend on Obafemi through the announce table.
What the fuck?
With the referee knocked down. But by the way, we got a referee bump.
Yay, ref bump.
We haven't seen enough of that.
Ref bumps, you like seeing ref bumps.
Why are you drawing attention to that?
Ref bumps, you like seeing them.
Oh my god.
The referee can't move cause he's down and he needs to get up real fast.
All right.
This is what happens when I'm herbally infused. operatic.
As opposed to...
Good point.
Exactly.
I
So,
like to sing. I can't help it. I like to sing.
so after that ringside chaos by all
after
three...
this fucking temper tantrum of a bookend.
Yeah. So the action returns back into the ring. Trick Williams is fighting off with the young OG. The young OG was able to get back on his feet. Trick Williams was able to hit the running trick shot. And the referee tries to go to the ring and tries to call for the pin. But Obafemi grabs the referee to keep him from counting. And then after he lets go, like the referee counts, but was able, but Javon Evans was able to kick out after 2.
Oh my god! Like, okay, Oba's showing desperation. This isn't the strategy of a confident champion. This is one of a champion who is worried. You got to remember, in triple threat matches where championships involved, the champion themselves does not need to lose. Take the submission, take the pinfall, take the knockout, however it is, in order for the title to change hands.
Precisely.
He is in an unenviable position. The championship advantage is gone.
That's right. And then Javon Evans, of course, he did exactly what he did on the go home show of NXT. He goes up to the top rope and hits a springboard double cutter on both Trick Williams and Obafemi.
God damn!
And just when it looks like a victory was in the grasp, Obafemi, the defending champion, brings them back down to earth. He hits.
Ah, fuck!
I don't have a picture of it, but Obafemi hits the Fall from Grace powerbomb onto Trick Williams, hitting him on top of Javon Evans. Trick Williams rolls out of the ring. Obafemi hits another Fall from Grace powerbomb on Javon Evans to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT champion, Obafemi.
The great Obafemi.
The great Obafemi.
Oh my god.
What a great match. What a great triple threat match.
Honestly, yes, because every single one of these guys played out their spot as the power dynamic between all three of them is set up. So it is quite impressive. You got the high flyer, high flying. You got the devious little shithead and Trick Williams being a devious little shithead. You've got Obafemi being the big strong guy and showing desperation, showing a crack in his armor that he is not undefeatable. He is not someone who will never go down. You have to get to him first. You have to make him desperate, and that's where he might have an issue. But will either of these guys take that lesson for next time? Will anyone point this out? I don't know. I'm pulling this out of my ass, but I hope that it's actually worthwhile enough for it to be a proper theory. A wrestling theory!
All right. Now we're gonna get to the last portion of this edition of Wrestle Rewind. We're going to review the main event of this year's TNA Unbreakable, which also happened in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I mean, you gotta go where the action is, Jose.
Of course, man.
You want to be seen. You want to you want to be one of the folks who knows the score. You want to be in with the cool kids. You've got to go where the cool kids hang. In this case, in Sin City.
Yeah, the first TNA Unbreakable happened over in 2005, where the main event was for the X Division title. AJ Styles beating Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe to become a 5-time X Division champion. Fast forward to 20 years later, we have a triple threat match, but it's for a new championship in total non-stop action wrestling. And this one, and they've had a series of tournament matches to crown the participants heading towards the finals. And the main event of this year's TNA Unbreakable for the TNA International Championship Tournament final is a triple threat match featuring AJ Francis, the world-class maniac Eric Young, and Steve Macklin.
Holy shit! Why are we pushing Eric Young?
Now, before we talk about the match, I actually want to talk about this new championship, the TNA International title.
What the hell?
I got it straight from Twitter. Blame TNA Wrestling.
Let me fix it real quick, before you get into espousing, waxing poetic over this this new leather strap with nickel gold-plated plates all over it.
Yeah, you know what? That's good. And here it is. the TNA International title. I love it. It looks so good. There's so much color in this interplay. We got a bunch of the flags in, and of course, I love the color strap. I love this is a good shade of blue. That's one of my favorite shades of blue.
It's a robin's egg sky blue.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and I also go so far as to argue that this belt looks better than the AEW International title and the current WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Okay, that's debatable. I understand your bias for cyan here, but this belt would look cool if it was a standard black leather strap. So, still,
I know. It's just man, I missed I'm a sucker for colored straps. So when I see color straps on the North American title, which looks awesome, by the way, I love the brown strap, and when I see
more like mahogany.
It's
mahogany.
And when I see color straps on other belts, like when they first unveiled the TNT title, I thought that red was an interesting choice.
Oh, the bold red of the TNT channel logo.
Yeah, no. I'm a sucker for colored straps. So that's just me. That's just my personal, like Juan said, it's my personal bias. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Think of it. Back when Ultimate Warrior was Intercontinental Champion, and he was rocking around with multicolored straps for the belt. I mean, as a kid, was going gaga because he was a baby.
Ha 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 ha! And plus, like I said, the emphasis on color, not just blue globes, but the emphasis of all the flags included. It just looks great. But that's just me.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to the triple threat match. What do you mean? So next time? I ain't done here.
So next time. On what?
On what? Wrestle Rewind? Are you?
No. Vegas is MMA to professional wrestling. The Intercontinental, the International Championship of TNA. Next time they might change it to black strap. Is what you're trying to say?
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
All right. So triple threat action here. And so when they first fought Steve Maclin and Eric Young, the first thing they did is that they immediately got rid of AJ Francis from the ring.
Ow! The disrespect. The fucking nerve. And then Steve Maclin and Eric Young turned their attention on each other. They've been building a rivalry for some weeks after Eric Young took over the Northern Armory. And these guys have been scrapping in the middle of the ring. AJ Francis does get involved once again, but once again, they fucking they throw his ass out of the ring. It's crazy. What the shit?
Yeah.
It's no, you don't belong here. You're not one of the cool kids. Yeah.
No, he's not one of the cool kids. It's exactly. And Steve Maclin decides to fly because not only AJ Francis is knocked out, but Steve Maclin goes through the ropes and hits a suicide dive, knocking out AJ Francis. The fans of TNA love it. And then when we continue the action on ringside, Eric Young, who's at the ring apron, he tries to go for a Hurricane Rana. AJ Francis catches him midair and hits him with the powerbomb, dropping Eric Young back first onto the edge of the ring apron.
Shit! Oh, I'm not a fan of apron drops like that.
So, yeah, Eric Young, he's been taken out, and now he's focused his attention on Steve Maclin. So he continues the punishment on Steve Maclin in the middle of the ring, and then we get a moment where the fans were chanting, "This is boring," at AJ Francis.
It was hilarious. I was actually worried here for a few moments because I thought that the folks were, I thought that the folks were saying that the whole match in general was boring. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck did they do? How the fuck did they break the fucking show? What the fuck happened?
Not to mention
and then when I realized it was only when AJ Francis was gaining an advantage in the match, that's when the crowd was going out. I was like, oh, okay, they're just still shitting on AJ.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, we're good.
No, we're good. I was also a little concerned because there were a lot of empty seats in the crowd section too.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm the one who pointed it out to you, Jose, because it's insane that half of the stands that are in the hard camera position, those stands right there, that where the main wide shot camera is, that these guys left it completely almost empty. And it was scary to me. Because every row had maybe 2 or 3 people in it. Scattered in some weird-ass order. So, like, actually no more than 3 people in each row. There was a row where there was only 1 person on it. It was depressing.
Either the
and
folks...
I was scared.
Either there were folks who left before the main event, or TNA didn't sell enough tickets for Unbreakable.
And worse, that they didn't have enough seat fillers to go in. And either that, or it just so happens to be the horrible fortune of the folks who were seated there that every single one of them needed to leave early.
Yeah.
Like, it still looks bad. You'd think that the freaking that the production team would be a little bit more, I don't know, tuned into something like that. But I digress. We digress. We're literally just taking dumps upon a production issue.
Exactly.
It can't be helped.
It can't be helped. But now AJ Francis, showing a little bit of his high-flying chops, goes to the top rope and hits a moonsault on the top rope. Macklin was able to kick out of that, and then Macklin was able to hit his own comeback. He grabs AJ Francis, plants him upside down against the turnbuckle, and hits the running crosshair spear, which is awesome. AJ Francis was able to hit the down. I don't know if he was able to hit the down payment or not, but it looks like he did. And then Macklin was able to reverse it and then turn it into the KIA to pin and win. Your winner and the inaugural TNA International Champion, the former Soldier Boy himself, Steve Macklin.
Son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Okay, the fact that Macklin took on this hard-hitting motherfucker in Eric Young and the giant-ass mofo who has become the designated butt of the joke to the fans, to the crowd, because he's such an arrogant little shitheel in AJ Francis, and he fucking came out on top. Unbelievable.
Yes, he did.
So,
it's amazing.
Fuck yeah, congratulations to Steve Macklin. This is a very nice blue feather in your cap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mr. Quake. Steve Macklin is a former veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
He's former Marine, yeah.
He's a former Marine. Okay.
Very color coordination. Like, that's the funny thing. Jose, like, we make these jokes of Jose being the emo kid with the dark clothing and always he's trying to be darkness and shit. But Jose does have appreciation for other colors in the color spectrum.
Yes, when done right.
He's not a one-dimensional, the angsty boy. He tries to look like one sometimes, but that's not all to him.
Hey man, just because I like wearing black, that doesn't mean that my mind isn't filled with 256 colors. That is how many colors there are out there, right? 256? A little bit more than that.
Yeah. Quite a bit more than that, but...
Steve Macklin over Jackson Riker? Yes. Fuck Jackson Riker. He's a piece of shit. But with that said, we have reached the end of the programming of this WrestleMania edition of Well, actually, before we get to the end, we do have some honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we do.
We have an honorable mention from NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. So the first honorable mention we're going to talk about is from NXT, and it is the return of the former and now newly crowned NXT Heritage Cup champion, the leader of the Meta 4, Supernova 11, Noam Dar.
Holy shit! Noam Dar came back.
That's right. Noam Dar made his return, and he challenged Lexis King for the Heritage Cup title. What I like during this match is that, okay, you know how Lexis King has these like wicked sideburns and stuff?
Yeah.
I just learned that that's all makeup, and Noam Dar actually wiped that makeup off of him. The facial hair is fake, Juan.
You're kidding.
It was all fake.
Oh my god.
And he exposed him.
I don't believe it. You mean to tell me there's something in professional wrestling that isn't true?
I know.
That they would actually, you really believe that they would do that? Just go into professional wrestling to tell lies?
And we also have another honorable mention in AEW's efforts in being the spiritual successor of WCW in the 2000s.
And we do mean very heavy spiritual successor line here.
They had a special celebrity guest. If you can remember him, they had hip-hop art legend Master P on Dynamite.
What the fuck? Oh, if this was any other promotion that wasn't being personally bankrolled by an idiot man-child billionaire butt baby boy, this would have been the shark jump moment that signals the end of AEW. The problem is, AEW has jumped so many sharks that they've actually gotten over the freaking Jaws franchise. It's insane. Why, of all people, Master P? Why Master P?
Tony Khan must have thrown a lot of money on him. And also, who here in 2025 still remembers Master P?
I legitimately forgot about him until you mentioned him.
I know. And instead of the No Limit Soldiers, Master P went down to the ring with the AEW Trios champion, the Ops. He cut a promo. He did his na-na-na-na shit. And then the Death Riders came by, and they had this huge brawl, this huge fight between the Ops and the Death Riders. And then it was overbooked, the opening. They had friggin' Kenny.
He screamed of Vince Russo. Okay, so who came in next? Swerve Strickland, right?
Yeah, Swerve Strickland came in next, and then you said Kenny Omega showed up with a chair.
Actually, no. Then it was the Young Bucks.
And
then Kenny Omega with the chair.
Kenny Omega with a chair. And it was just so overbooked, man.
It was over-fucking booked.
It was a mess.
This screamed of Vince Russo, bro. This sounded like the way that this main event spot was put together. I swear to God, bro. It's like, I swear it. It's got too many hats on hats, bro. It's got too many run-ins and gimmicks, bro. And it shows everybody how genius I am, bro. I invented Stone Cold, bro. And I invented the Attitude Era, bro, and The Rock, bro.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Bro!
Anyway.
Bro!
The only thing
I invented Stone Cold, bro.
Enough. The only thing I can say is, at least Master P got paid. Hope it was worth it. And now the other honorable mention from this week's edition of TNA Impact, after losing in the mixed tag team match at Unbreakable, Tessa Blanchard was able to rebound. She was in action on TNA Impact. She was able to beat a local jobber, continuing her winning ways. And then after the match, she got ambushed by the Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich, continuing their rivalry, and they're going to be squaring off at Rebellion this Sunday, April 27th, for the TNA Knockouts World title in Los Angeles.
Okay, so the racist versus the Russian assassin babe.
Yes.
Okay, it took me a second, but to realize that's not a number 3 on her chest. That's a B with a diamond in it.
You know, Blanchard.
Yeah, no, it took me a second because, like I said, I'm a little blitzy. But, yeah, okay, sure. If they're gonna continue pushing, this heinous, horrible person who's the worstest of all time, who in all actuality is really just someone who needs to fucking own up to shit that they say and do, fucking sure. Why not? Fuck off. Why not? Let's just lean into the heelishness of it. At this point, it won't make a fucking difference. They'll boo her anyway.
Precisely.
Might as well make money.
And now we can go ahead and ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, folks, we thank you very much for tuning in on the special WrestleMania edition of Wrestle Rewind. It was certainly great, and it was awesome having Angel on, and you guys have been fantastic in the live chat. On next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will, along with our usual reviews, we will be reviewing the main event of this year's TNA Rebellion, which is going to be a triple threat match for the TNA World title. Joe Hendry defends the championship against Frankie Kazarian, and NXT's own All Ego Ethan Page.
Okay, and to answer Mr. Quake's question...
We don't hate Master P.
We don't hate Master P himself. We hate the fact that Master P was brought out for nothing.
Nothing!
And the fact that it was also accompanied by a series of run-ins in the middle of a fight,
And he's just standing there.
and they're fighting around him very awkwardly. It screamed of Vince Russo WCW 2000 booking, bro.
It was so desperate. It was so bad. But
And it feels horrible because people like the Ops. People want the Ops to keep beating up the Death Riders. But why did we need this involvement with the Young Fucks? Why did we need this involvement with Kenny Omega and Swerve?
Je ne sais pas.
Hey, come on, guys.
But anyway, so next week's edition on Wrestle Rewind, we'll be reviewing the shows. We'll also be reviewing the main event of TNA Rebellion. We have more excitement to bring to you next week. But until then, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose as he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button, ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Angeles Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to the WrestleMania edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse and for Mr. Angel Mendez, I'm Jose Casabona. And Master P, when are you going to learn, after all these years, since 2000, that rap is crap?
You're gonna get jumped.